howdy! How'd you find the latest sandstorm? Got a grain of sand stuck up in your eyelid yet? Ooh, that's the worst. But hey, looks like our Sandrock's still standing. At least that's something. Yep, well, you're not wrong. You'd be a fool not to observe at least a little bit of deference when it comes to one of the most powerful forces of nature there is. Hey, since you're here, let me tell you what I've been working on lately. It's got to do with sandstorms, actually. Introducing the single-action, near-perfect, and dependable weather and arid lint limiter, also known as the sand wall. Once installed in your home, it'll be your last and only line of defense against the worst flying sands of the free cities. Yeah, okay. It's basically just a regular wall to help keep the sand from a storm out of your yard with the press of a button. But, whatever works, right? Anyway, the prototype is almost finished. I've sent some of my diagrams over to Mian, and say, you want in on this little connivance? I'll even sweeten the pot for you. Bring me the stuff we're missing, and I'll get you a sand wall at your workshop on the house. Well, for a good price anyway. Great. Well, if it turns out you can help, come find me over at Construction Junction. Then we can start turning that workshop of yours into the home of your dreams. So long as your dreams involve sand walls.
All right, now that everyone is here, let the official Silver Corps Deputy Promotion Ceremony begin. Now, I don't need to remind y'all, we've had plenty of ups and downs, highs and lows, as well as no shortage of stormy weather out here in Sandrock. And without all of you giving it your all, Sandrock wouldn't be the safe and secure place it is here today. Nevertheless, there's still one who stands out among the rest. One whose tireless dedication to law and order has earned them the right to call themselves Deputy of the Sandrock Silver Corps.
Wow, I don't know why, but I'm really nervous all of a sudden. I don't think he's going to pick one of us, do you? I mean, I know we're just builders, but...
Now, I don't mean to tantalize you all. I'm sure you're on the tip of your toes wondering who I've chosen to be my deputy. So without further ado, our next deputy is known not for brute strength, but nimbleness and wisdom. Our deputy brings a uniqueness to the team and fills in the gaps in our core skill set with raw, individual talent. With flowing black hair that shimmers in the sunlight as they dish out hearty, heaping helpings of justice with elegance and finesse. Let's give it up for our next deputy, Captain Cat.
What the cat?
Yes, Captain, or should I say, Deputy Captain, has not only been diligent in patrol work, but this year's mice incidents have fallen to an all-time low. Yes, there really is no question that Captain is the most deserving of this title. One more time, a round of applause for our new deputy.
I'm so embarrassed, but congrats.
Congratulations, Captain.
And now, to complete the ceremony, I will place the official deputy cap upon the head of our new deputy. Get on up here, Captain. Everyone, keep giving it your all out there. Dismissed. Sorry, pal. It just wasn't your time.
Howdy.
Conserve water and protect trees. Only you can prevent desertification.
Catch you later.
Yo, Grace, are you poking around the breach again?
Just going for a walk. Don't tell me that's against the law now.
No, only walking that's against the law is jaywalking. But, hey, point is, don't even think about going in there. We can't let Sieves through without the proper training. I hate to be dramatic, but what's worth more to you? Your papers or your life?
I know that's meant to be rhetorical, but probably my dissertation. When is the breach going to be reopened to the public? I would like to look for more relics at some point.
It'll open when it's open, which is to say, when it's been reclassified as an abandoned ruins. And don't even think about trying to sneak in there. I wouldn't want to, but I do have the right to detain you if you're proven to be a danger to yourself.
What's the basis for all these wild accusations? I walk down this way all the time. This imagined notion of me even thinking of sneaking into the breach is just that. Something you've just made up in your head. I also have to notice that the breach has been this way for quite some time. Normally, I would have expected you, core type, to have this handled already. Sir, if I may ask, is the stress getting to you?
Hey, come on, give us a break. We've been up to our eyeballs in Geeglers. Plus, there's Logan. Yeah, it is getting to be a little rough out here, as a matter of fact. Glad somebody noticed.
Aw, poor Justice. Why don't you just take a day off? What you need is some rest. Then you'll have your edge back. I mean, at the very least. Surely you don't need to literally stand here in front of the breach. We all know not to go in.
Yeah, maybe I could just head back to the office, pour a big old glass of yak milk, kick up my heels, and... Hey, wait a sec. Dang, how come every time I talk to you I end up with a headache? Look, Grace, I'm not kidding around. I take the safety of everybody in this town seriously. If something happened to you down there, I'd never forgive myself. Talk to me again when your fighting chops are up to snuff. Like, say, builders here.
Right. How about this then? If I were to commission the builder to enter the ruins on my behalf, you'd have no objections to that, would you, Sheriff?
Yeah? Well, I suppose if the builder agrees to it, sure. Why not? All depends on a little thing called consent. Well, the two of you figure something out. Just don't go into the breach by yourself, all right? I gotta keep patrolling. But I'm gonna have my eye on you. Maybe just adjust your stroll path to be a little less hair-raising, all right? Y'all are gonna be the death of me.
Well, you heard the man. Looks like I don't need to sneak into the breach if I can recruit your help. The things I need are relatively simple. But I think I'd feel better if someone with an eye more discerning than that of a soldier's went in to look. So? Great. A bit of context. I'm an archaeology student in Atara, saving up to finish my degree. When I have time, I try to do field work that I hope will be beneficial for when I go back. You've been to the breach, right? Did you manage to pick up on what that place used to be? You know, back in the old world? Ah, yes. That soul-crushing monotony that saps your life energy to the point where you can't break out of doing exactly the same thing every single day for years while you make money for someone else. Can you believe people used to do that? When it was open, the breach was a great place to look for archaeological finds and, right, you know the story. One of my main focuses is old-world audiovisual media. From salvaged memos and effects, I've discovered a concept discussed among old-world drones known as hygge. I've surmised this term to mean listening to music at work. So next time you're in the breach, just be on the lookout for old-world music-related media. Anything that seems vaguely relevant. Discs, posters. Also, I need some small chips from down there too. For reasons... Thanks again for agreeing to do this. I guess with you in the picture, everyone's lives are being made a little easier. Come find me when you've got some old world music stuff. And don't forget those small chips either, please.
Not bad. These sketches, the minutiae of detail. Hey, what's up? It's not what you think, really. It was just a drawing. You have to let me explain. Truly, think of how many conflicts and stories could have been avoided altogether if the protagonist simply stuck around and listened when someone says, "Let me explain." Ahem. So, this is just a drawing of a model meant to show off some clothing ideas. Yes, it's Amira. No, I didn't draw them. And yes, she wanted to be involved. I'm a stand-up guy. You know that. And so is Pablo. Uh-oh. Did I say Pablo? I think what I was saying is, I'm a stand-up guy, and so is Pablo. Lots of people. All right, fine. I'll come clean. Pablo asked me not to tell anyone, but no point in hiding it now. He drew up these wonderful designs for clothing, and then buried his sketchbook in the sand. He says his dream is to be a fashion designer, and I don't really have a plan yet, but I just had to dig them up.
Please tell me you just wanted to recreate your childhood sandbox experience and you're not seriously digging up my... Ah, you are here as well, I see. Ah, so you don't know anything? How splendid to have run into you. But if you wouldn't mind, I need a word with our friend here. So rude of me, I know. Next haircut half off for you as an apology. Ta!
They know.
Drat. I wonder if the darling Vivi would find it too macabre to sew a zipper to your mouth.
Yikes! Look, it was an accident! And you were just on the way to somewhere else, weren't you?
Seems a bit off the beaten path to me. What luck? Yes, let's talk about luck, shall we? You like spilling secrets. Why don't you try your luck as a 2-bit paparazzi for some trashy attire and rag? By the way, I read your article in Kids today and it was pure real. Yes, apologies. I do have a tendency to lash out.
Thanks for your concern, but this is just kind of how we talk to each other. The way Pablo just rolls these snappy insults off the cuff, it's so impressive. I don't even take offense. I mean, if I could learn to write stuff like that for my characters, I think my next book could really make waves.
Beware, for when waves are made, the friendship may soon capsize.
See? It's stuff like that that makes me want to endure pretty much any amount of scathing critique.
Forgive me, Ernest. My impulses have gotten the better of me. But make no mistake, my decision to bury these drawings was not one of whim, but of careful consideration.
Back at his studio, he seemed absolutely adamant. But it seems he's already letting his guard a bit. I think me being here is probably not helping. Why don't you try talking to him? Well, I hate to cut our little run-in short, but I'm not feeling so well. How long can you leave yak milk out? Looks to be less than 24 hours. Oh, hey! I guess if Pablo doesn't want his sketches, you can have them. Here!
Yes, I'm feeling a bit ill as well. From your sickening performance, Ernest. Indeed. Claims to have an upset stomach, runs off like it's the 100-meter dash. At least limp a little, Ernest. I suppose he just whispered something infantile into your ear. Don't let Pablo give up on his dreams. I'm a little baby. Last part was ad-lib. He is young, naive, blind to the ways of the world, and he has everything given to him on a glitzy silver spoon. You think I would just give up on my dreams at the drop of a hat? No, only after being dragged through the dirt. Look around you. This town is a wasteland, covered in trash and dust. This town is drying up, and with it, the last ounce of culture these people have ever known. A few of them don't even bathe properly, and that's one thing I don't need to gossip about. No, you'll know who they are. You can smell them. When life is on the line, when every day is a struggle, when each and every one of these yokels is wondering where their next meal is going to come from, there is no space for art, no place for beauty, no time for dreams. Thank you. Each time I hear such words, it gives my heart hope. And yet, with only a second thought, these hopes are again dashed to bits. Let me pose you a question. The drawings you saw just now, would you pay for such attire? Really? Huh. Well, you're not just being contrarian, are you? Heidi, Amira, Ernest, these are my admirers. Yes, it would be my honor to enhance their outfits. I could decorate them from their braided heads to their stiletto toes. Alas. Three customers don't make a business, I'm afraid. Although, wait a second. Ernest is from Atara, you're from Highwind, Heidi's from Sandrock, Amira. Well, bless her heart, she's from Barnarock, but still, it is as you say. I have international appeal. All right, darling, perhaps you've made something of a point. If, and this is a big if Sandrock were to become a more popular travel destination, mayhaps there truly may be a chance. A brand, a penthouse studio, a fashion show. Thank you. I await the day I can rally the call. Our discussion has been most enlightening. Let us speak more of this at a later date. Goodbye.
You must be here to pick up the completed version of RVO's. Very modest and not at all narcissistic design for a billboard. My fee is 500 golds. Huh? Just like that? No haggling? No offers of exposure? Ooh, that RVO has really done a number on you, hasn't he? You just be careful, you know. He's not exactly known for paying his debts in a timely manner, but that's not really my problem now, is it? Thank you. And make sure you color inside the lines.
You've gotten diagrams from Haiti before, right? They're so easy to follow. I've been working on our sand wall thing lately, and the darn thing is almost building itself. I'm just surprised our boss never commissioned anything like this before. Huh?
Thank you. I hope that you were able to obtain this without any peril. Sorry, I'm not really much for conversation. My brother's the talkative one. Catch you later.
Skinny, this is glorious! The precision, the craftsmanship, the definition. I mean, just look at that veiny vascularity. You can't possibly know what it's like to have something you've worked so hard to create finally be right in front of you. Something made by your own blood, sweat, and tears to be a creator. Leave me, Skinny. I need some time to bask in my glory. You'll get your check in the mail. Ruinous specimen. Majestic creature.
Howdy! Wow, thank you so much!
It's perfect! Look at the majesty! I can't bear to draw my eyes away. I look so friendly and welcoming. You're all set! Amazing! My design, your handiwork, and Pablo's finishing touches. It's absolutely perfect! People are going to start calling my shop by the stairs. You know, with all the attention I'll be getting. Like, everybody will be looking. Or staring? Ah, by the way, how much was Pablo's fee? What? Ah, you think you're pretty slick, huh? I'll find out one way or another, and you'll be paid back in full. Mark my words.
The shop owner and the workshop owner. What are you two doing here? Not thinking of traveling somewhere, are you? With so much work to be done?
Pastor, hello! We were just admiring this fine billboard that our friend here made.
An advertisement? Let me see. Yes, very nice. But you are aware that there is an application process for new constructions, are you not? No one is above the law, RBO. In case you forgot, any construction on public property must first go through the Commerce Guild with an application fee, following which the request will be sent to City Hall, where Heidi and myself...
Right. Application. And the fee. About that.
You would do well not to interrupt me, boy. As I was saying, Heidi works with me, keeping track of zoning for new constructions. But as it turns out, to my knowledge, there is no zoning conflict here.
Woo! You know, Hulcha, the way you were talking, you made it sound like...
However...
Huh?
There is still the matter of the application fee that you so absent-mindedly circumvented. 500 goals. Otherwise, I'm afraid the city will have to take down this very modest creation of yours.
Yes, of course. I would never dream of trying to wriggle out of paying for such a valid and clearly very necessary service. Let me just speak with my partner privately for a moment. As you may recall, I'm still a bit short. Also, I don't have 500 goals on me, but don't worry, I have a plan. Let's convince Miguel to keep the sign up and just give me a few days to come up with the money. Nice! Alright, just follow my lead.
What's there to discuss? This isn't exactly what I'd call a complicated issue.
Pasta, the thing is, for a little shop like mine, 500 goals is quite a hit. I don't even make that from a full day's work. Can we leave the sign up and I can pay the fee after a couple of days? I mean, it's not like I'm going anywhere. You can see my shop from your church, can't you? And I mean, who knows? Maybe some tourists will see the sign and decide to hop off the train. This sign could pay for itself in a matter of days.
Yes, quite the sob story. Fine. I suppose these laws were originally written with the intention to improve commerce in Sandrock, not hinder it. You have 3 days. I will inform City Hall.
Wonderful. Thank you, Basta. You're so forgiving, just like your religion tells you to be. I do so admire those who practice what they preach.
Yes, quite.
Ha! That went well, I'd say. Thank you for your support. Within a few days, I'll have that silly fee paid for. Oh, and I'll pay you back as well. Whew! Finally, I love it when a plan comes together. Some of what I said is true, by the way. I do think this billboard will pay for itself in no time flat. All right, I'm going to speak with Jensen about when there's the most traffic so I can prepare for the crowds. Thanks again.
Thank you. Oh, the humanity! The bombacity! Oh, I told him not to do it! I told him that the abyss would stare right back! It's Penn! He's trapped! Just come quickly! Trouble down by the light shack! I mean, in the dormitory! He's stuck in the dormitory! Oh, thank the light! We're saved! I'll explain when we get there.
Hey, you ain't doing nothing, are ya? Come on, help me track down it. Look, if you have to ask, you'll never know. Oh, right. Now I remember why I had to ask for your help. I need your foraging skills to help me scrounge up some bait. We need bugs and bird eggs. That's its favorite. Then, we lure it into my trap, and even if it grew itself a pair of wings, it'd never escape our clutches. Alrighty, here's a list of stuff for you to get. Let me know when you've got the goods. And then, let the hunt begin.
Impeccable timing. I was just about to run out.
Ben! Do you hear me?
Release me.
Can you hear my voice?
Told you 20 times I can hear you. Now release me. Stuck. Skinny.
I'm not sure we're getting through to him.
Stuck. So captivating. Could grate cheese on those abs.
He told me not to get anyone's help, but he's been like this for days. We'll save you!
Destroy the mirror. Too powerful.
You built this thing, right? Quickly! You have to turn it off or something. He hasn't eaten in days. Even my secret recipe mush with 11 invisible herbs and spices couldn't snap him out of it.
No, not turn it off. Skinny, destroy it.
Well, I guess violence is never the answer. Except when it is.
For your bravery today, Skinny Arms, I hereby award you the title of Assistant Protector in Training. Intended for recreational use only. It bears no legally binding authority.
I'm glad you're okay, but Pen, you need to be more careful. As I recall, I did tell you using electric light bulbs, aka artificial light, was one step too close to corrupted old world technology, didn't I? Got anything to say for yourself now?
Yes, I believe someone is owed an apology here.
Well, you don't have to.
But I insist. Yes, perhaps Burgess, if you had simply trusted my judgment and destroyed the mirror like I asked, instead of bothering our friend Skinny, who's always got something on their plate. And it could have been avoided if you had been able, when the chips were down, to just show a little hint of humility.
But
Shh. Stay humble.
I'm sorry. I'll be more humble next time. Yippee! Thanks!
Skinny, that was supposed to be an alley-oop. You're supposed to get him to do stuff for you before you forgive him. Well, maybe I could have been more clear. That's on me. In any case, I thank you, Skinny. You have done this world a great service.
Ah, you appear energetic as usual. What of the homunculus man and his new mirror? He was stuck for days. Fascinating. Now, I assure you that was never my intent. I simply designed a filter with pulsing lights to make himself appear more attractive. I figured after looking so good in this mirror relative to any other mirror, he would be so preoccupied that he'd be less inclined to ask for anything else. I didn't expect the result to be so effective, though. Well, live and learn. Here, take this for the trouble I've caused. If Homunculus Man ever requires another mirror, I will simply redirect him to the town carpenter, and from now on, we'll be making no more attempts to play light. Good day.
Hey, these look great. I think it's going to be exactly what we need. Unfortunately, things are going pretty slow on my end. I'm afraid we won't be able to install your frames for a while. If only there was a way to get this done faster. Well, don't worry. We'll be in touch. Thanks again. And keep an eye on your mailbox for any updates. Any luck with those materials? Well, no rush, but wouldn't it be nice to have a sand wall before the next sandstorm hits? Assuming it works, of course.
Howdy! Howdy!
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good day, Builder. I'll have you know that I've decided to stay in this town until I finish writing the story on Logan. It's the hot story in the press right now, and my editor Eduardo's adamant that I see it to the end, no matter the cost. Since I don't see Logan being captured anytime soon, I've decided to move into the Old Town Lodge. The Blue Moon is cheap and quaint, but it's so noisy that I can't write for the life of me, and I keep having nightmares. Yes, nightmares about the editor my pa appointed to oversee my work. That man is a monster who would butcher my work until he saw fit. Indeed. Small columns pay the bills, but are hardly fulfilling as a creator. The novel is the true proving ground for one's skill. This Logan character, adapting his story into a narrative of my own, could be the next big step for my career. Oh, well, yes, of course I have to do an adaptation. Not just write about his life. I'm writing a novel, not a biography. Plus, if I used his likeness without his permission, who knows what a crude felon like that could do? He might sue! Furthermore, I'll never meet the guy. Well, let's hope. I'll never get an interview. I'll certainly never get permission to write about him, and yeah, this way I can write whatever I think will be best for the novel. Much better. I'll just make a bandit character based on him and call him Rocky. No, Dr. Killface. That's terrible. Right, of course. I did actually have a point to make with this tangent. That desk at my new apartment. That desk, the height is all wrong. The way I have to sit to write, it cuts off all the circulation to my brain. Now all my ideas are terrible. So, I need your finest writing desk with a Popus comfy chair to get the juices flowing again. I'm counting on you. Great. Remember, I need the finest writing desk with a Popus comfy chair. I'll hold off on the writing until I get the furniture set. The best stories need the best furniture. I got another builder and the local carpenter to help out with the rest of the furnishings. Ooh, can't wait for everything to be ready. Pablo seems more inspired than ever. I think he'll really stick with it this time. I mean, he's 180'd about 3 times since I met him, but this time.
I'm lucky to have Justice as my commanding officer. He always takes care of me and has my back. Don't know too much about your boss Yan, though. Be seeing ya.
This'll do it. Now I've got everything I need to start making the sand walls. You and Mian are at the top of the list. And as promised, you two are getting the hookups for a decent price. Just head over to my catalog at Construction Junction when you get a minute to start the process. It's on the page titled Sand Wall.
Ooh, yeah, good stuff. This one looks real juicy. It won't be able to resist. Meet me on the outskirts of town tomorrow at 7 sharp. That's when we make our move and capture it.
Your sand wall's good to go. Set it up myself. And now we play the waiting for a sandstorm game. By the way, sand wall's not the only thing I can fix you up with. Take another look at that catalog of mine, and we can set you up with a whole mess of artificial enhancements, ranging from the practical to those just pleasing to the eye. I'll be on deck.